The darkness surrounds us. It's time to light up the night. It's time for Zero Dark 30 with John.
Yay! Cut out the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. Zero Dark 30 blasted out of the bunker, and the insanity, folks. The insanity. I need it to stop, I tell you. It is incredible. The struggle and fight, and it's real. It truly is real. The left is not going to go away. The Democrats are not going to quit. They're going to keep fighting no matter how ridiculous or how stupid they sound, how hypocritical they are, or how dumb they think their constituency is. Let's start with the good one. First off, Donald Trump, as of yesterday, fired in the Justice Department, the DOJ, all Biden-appointed special prosecutors. Basically, you're fired. Does this have to do with political retribution? I don't think so. You see, in my opinion, this has to do with integrity, decency, honesty, work record, etc. These people were hired as hitmen, hatchet men, liars. People already don't like lawyers. They sound a lot like liars. Isn't that interesting? Be that as it may, people don't trust them already. And what we've seen is a propensity to go after people based on politics. Well, isn't that what Trump's doing, you might say? No. No, you see, there's a difference. When you see someone who uses politics as a weapon in order to stop the politicization and weaponization of an office, you have to fire everyone who has acted in a partisan, weaponized manner. And that is why these people were fired. Not as retribution, but to clean out and bring some, as you could say, some neutrality, if you will, to the office. Now, the left will see this as purely partisan, as retribution, as even illegal. How dare you? Right? When they're not being thrown in jail, they're not being attacked, they're not having their banks destroyed, they're not having their lives ended, they're not having guns pointed at their children and their wives and their husbands. That's what the Democrats have done with the Department of Justice. They're just being told, because of your lack of moral character, you're no longer employed. Now, let's move the bar a little further and talk about something a little bit different but similar. Another judge has ruled in favor of someone who's objecting to being fired by President Trump. This person is head of the board, I believe, of a type of merit-based, get that, yeah, merit-based government organization. Yeah, make sure everyone is being meritoriously promoted, handled, paid, etc. This person is being fired. Why? Apparently, they don't merit having a job. When you're determined to be non-productive or meritoriously needed, you're gone. So she runs to a judge. This jackass gives us his decision that you can't do that. The president can't fire someone who claims, and part of their job claims it's merit-based, and then they run to a union, a legal union or guild for protection. It just screams. That's some of the most insane hypocrisy. It actually screams it like you can't believe, right? You claim to work for the office of merit, then you demand special privilege based on whether or not you have it or not. Okay, let us continue, shall we, with more of what the Democrats are doing. This is judicial warfare, judicial shit hitting the fan. The President of the United States ruled no more transgenderism in the military. There are only two genders, male and female, man and woman, boy and girl, depending on context referencing age, right? You know, man, boy, woman, girl. But two genders. A incredibly insane judge has ruled that the president doesn't have the authority and that he is incorrect. That there are more than two genders. This is supposed to be a judge. Once again, like Supreme Court, now Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, that she could not define what a woman is. Some of the most basic concepts children learn is the difference between mommy and daddy. Children learn just by observation the difference between boy and girl, man and woman, male and female. When they're mature enough to understand, right, they learn about the reproductive roles that we play. But this judge says, no. There's clearly more than two genders. And President Trump doesn't have the authority. Right? I'll have to read the quote later when I'm not driving through the fucking darkness here. But this is the absolute pinnacle of political arrogance on the part of a judge who is supposed to be impartial and intelligent, to say that clearly there's more than two genders and the president doesn't have any authority as commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the United States of America. That's right. You heard me right. That's the president's title. Commander-in-chief of the armed services of the United States of America. Yet he can't set any rules. What he says can be overturned by a judge. The will of the people to fix the insanity in government, the insanity can be overruled by a partisan appointed dunderhead. Is just incredible. But here we are, folks. This is the war. The goal and purpose of having impartial judges, by the way, was so that decisions could be made, that people involved with the actions, the litigants, if you will, would be able to trust that judgment, obey it. But we have seen some of the most horrific judicial decisions over the past 50 years, and especially over the last 20 and 10, that the people no longer accept judicial decisions as anything but a partisan opinion and partisan justification. So these judges are themselves now participating in war. And they're going to accentuate, they're going to increase societal volatility with their fucking asinine thinking Are you prepared for the consequences? I sure hope you are. Until tonight, Semper Fi, Godspeed.